wore a headband and a dodgy suit, and you weighed 16.5 stone, whatever that is in kilograms or what have you, and your name was Derek Dick, wouldn't you call yourself Fish? This man does. Much is made in the press these days of your almost schizophrenic character, the difference between being Fish and being Derek Dick.
Yeah.
And is that really quite true?
I think it's more, it's the stage personality, but I mean, it was really strange because I did an interview up in Scotland, and it was the first one I ever done my mum and dad present. Mum and dad said that it was crazy that they won't talk to me for half an hour after I come off because they're very aware of the two different personalities. It's nothing dangerous. I think a lot of people try and make it out as being a dangerous form of schizophrenia. It's not. It's quite safe in a way.
Do you have to keep it separate?
No, I mean, there are obviously overlaps, but the fact is that, you know, the Fish thing tends to dominate the stage, and the Derek thing's the one that goes to sleep in the hotels at night.
Now, Kaylee is like a real story, isn't it? It's based on experiences with a lady. Now, when you're performing that then, is that Fish singing about Derek or Derek singing about Fish? Or?
That's the difficult one, because on the album, the credits for the lyrics are like Fish and Derek William Dick, because there was a lot of things that were drawn from childhood experience or experiences pre group success, whatever you want to call it, and in that way that I tagged some of the lyrics towards Derek. I mean, the Fish thing itself regarding Kaylee was quite strange, and the fact that on the Misplaced Childhood album, it's the Fish character that's causing most of the problems. It's the old story about what the press try and make you into, you start believing. And that was one of the problems I had last year.
It happened to you?
Yeah.
Lose control?
Not lose control, definitely on the edge. A perimeter walker.
Now, Misplaced Childhood deals with a lot of your real childhood stuff, isn't it? The phase, you know. I mean, do you not think that's almost like washing your dirty linen in some respects in public?
I think, you know, any lyricist has got to do that. I mean, I don't admire lyricists or respect lyricists that watch films or read books and like use other people's experiences. You should be able to relate your own. I mean, that is the classic stance of the poet, and I look at myself more as a poet than as a singer. And in a lot of cases, I mean, somebody said, you know, why don't you write happy stuff? Why don't you write stuff when you're really up? But when you're really up, when you're really happy, you know, the last thing you want to do is sit down and write. So it becomes an exorcism of like frustrations, and I think also an analysis as well. You know, when things go wrong, you tend to try and find out why the hell they did go wrong. Is
the LP accurate then? Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty accurate. I mean, it's the only Marillion album I've actually listened to in the house. You know, like sit and put it on and go, oh, like a diary, a stereophonic diary.
Yeah, the LP runs virtually through one track, all the tracks segue. Why do you choose to do it that way?
Well, after the Fugazi album, there was a lot of pressure on us to become very Americanized, and we decided not to get involved in that because we felt it would be a form of prostitution, and the fact that we would be not playing from the heart, we'd be playing from the Gold American Express card. And we had always wanted from the start to try and put together, you know, the concept album. And Steve Rothery, Mark Kelly, Ian Mosley, Peter Larks, myself, we sat down and said, this is it, we can go for it. We're mature enough as musicians and as people to handle the one continuous piece of music. And we actually found it easier to write, you know. And I think, you know, with the lyrics as well, because there was a definite storyline involved in it, and that of the night and the decisions. It was a very simple curve to work along.
The LP, though, isn't like an entity in its own. It does tie into the previous two albums as well.
It does, in the fact that the first album is like bedsit thoughts, and like one person considering problems. The second one is the problems arising from relationships and the analysis of the spark in relationships. And this one is like the aftermath and come to terms with 2 years of angst.
Where does that leave you now? Does it leave you with nothing to do next?
No, I mean, I'm always going about collecting things. I mean, taking photographs with the eyes and recording with the ears. I mean, I have, I think, an acute sense of a perception. And that's where I write from.
Do you have to train that? Have you sort of found that you can do that?
No, it's natural. And that's why I moved into what I'm doing.
It's a concept album.
Yeah.
It's very unfashionable to do concept albums these days. I mean, Marillion, hardly a fashionable band. I mean, do you ever not want to do something that's blatantly fashion-oriented or something? Or?
No. Fashion always has the essence of the temporary stance. And Marillion have never adopted a temporary stance. We remain flexible, we remain very open to influences. And it's a case of, we like to shock people now and again. We like the concept thing. When we said to the record company, you know, we want to do this, a lot of people say, you know, you're crazy, you know, you must go for the American market. And we said, no, we must play what we want to play. And we wanted to put together a concept album.
What's been the reaction to Misplaced Childhood in the States, then?
It's brilliant. I think the singles line somewhere about 47 in the business charts, but it takes so long to come through on the actual national charts. You have to guide by the business charts. But the reaction so far has been incredible. I mean, it's a definite thumbs up.
So the LP is an attempt at establishing your permanence?
Yeah, it's not an attempt. It will establish the permanence.
Are you here to stay?
Yeah. Well, not here, but like we're here as a band, you know, to stay in the charts forever and ever. Amen.
Fine band, Marillion, fronted by a fine man, youngster Derek Dick, better known as Fish, who you saw me chatting to a couple of minutes ago. What do you mean you've just tuned in and missed it? You're hopeless, you lot.